Okay. Hello, Sajid.
Hello.
Hi, Feynman.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Good morning
Yeah,
and good afternoon.
yeah. Let me share the screen for the agenda. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so okay, so I think most of the maintainers in China just back from the long holiday. So today I collected two topics mainly about the some working items that before the holidays. So feel free to add other topics if you want to discuss in this meeting. Okay. So let's start with the first one. First one is let's check the current status for notation v1.3.0 RC.1. And this release will also be the targeted release for our security audit. Let me switch to the Notary project GitHub. So for Kogo, we already have the release. Yeah, RC.1. And for the notation Go library, I think we also did a release for RC1. Yes. For notation Go library, we also have two PRs that are from the audit team related to the fuzzy testing. I think I just checked the status before the meeting. I think Adam from security needed to take some actions on those PRs. Yeah, for notation, I think we didn't cut the RC1 release before the holiday. So let's check what we needed to do in order for the release. Do we need, first of all, do we need to review and merge this dependency bump up PRs?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But I think Patrick has another PR to merge those. Convey those dependency update to the release branch. Is that right, Patrick?
Yes, I think the PR 1045. Yes, this one. Yeah, we should. I have updated it this morning, so we should review and merge it first.
Okay. So after this, I think once this PR is done, we can release it, right? Release the RC1.
Once this PR is done, we should check whether there's remaining bump up PRs from the dependent bot.
Okay.
And if not, then we can release. Yes.
Okay. So that means I think we can release notation 1.3 RC.1. I think before end of tomorrow, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So Pradesh, could you also reserve some time for the PR review, as we have some time difference, so it would be very helpful to review those PRs. Okay, I think as usual, so once the PR is ready for review, Patrick, you can help to send out the message in the Slack channel so that Pritesh can start review and approve it. Okay, that's for the notation. Okay, cool. I think for the RC one, that's basically all the thing that we needed to do for the especially for the notation CLI. Anything else we needed to do?
No, we only have the CI left.
Okay. Okay. I think back to the topic. That's the status for the notation 1.3 RC.1. We only have the notation CLI PRs to be reviewed and merged. And we, if everything goes smoothly, we can cut the release before end of tomorrow. Okay. The next thing is security audit. We have a group chat with security audit team based on their current status. Let me check based on the current status. So I think they finalized the review on the timestamping and also including the documentation. And they also started reviewing CRL. It is ongoing, not finished yet. And as we aligned, they will switch to the notation 1.3.0 for testing and also the difference regarding the CRL. And the next step for them is to write the report. And they also mentioned that besides some vulnerabilities and the security issues, they also found some practice, not the best practice. So I think they will report the issues on different repositories. And I also checked the current security advisories. It seems they didn't report any advisory yet. I think they will soon report it based on our alignment during the kickoff meeting for ending security issues. They will report advisories. Yeah, that's the current status. I think starting from this week, we should also keep an eye on the security advisory that they may report.
Cool. That's cool. I think after the security audit and when we resolve all the security advisories, we can formally release the 1.3 release.
Yeah, I think yeah, you're right. I think we may need an RC2, right, to fix some issues and also maybe some dependencies, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So anything else you want to discuss related to security audit? Pradesh, anything from you last week? Anything related to security audit or any other notary project issues?
Nothing from my side.
Yeah, thank you. I think I completed the 2 topics I collected. Anything else we want to discuss?
I have a question that are not listed in these agenda items. Recently, I asked CNCF, how can we as maintainers to track the open source project adoption and get metrics from GitHub? CNCF recommended a startup. The name is SCAF. They can help us to set up the very fundamental tracking methods for our open source project download metrics. I would like to invite them to our community meeting and briefly walk through how they use their product to track notary project release downloads data. Maybe I can spend just 1 minute to briefly introduce what is SCAF, and we can align the date for their walkthrough.
Sure.
Let me try to share my
I will
screen.
stop sharing.
Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, here's the website for Scarf. Actually, this is a commercial product, but they provide free version for open source project. The major feature of the Scarf product is to measure and collect the download metrics of open source project. For example, we can collect how many users downloaded notation CLI release assets from GitHub, and where are these users in? And I have a very typical example here. So if we can enable this tool for notation GitHub repository, basically we can get how many users downloaded notation in a certain period. And also we can get the total unique downloads of notation CLI. Moreover, we can know which companies are using notation and which stage that they are in. And also the geolocation of the download metrics can be got from this tool. I'm not quite familiar with how it works, but it seems like we need to enable the SCAF tool as a gateway for users to download, especially when they use a URL to download the notation CLI assets. So I would like to invite the team behind the SCAF to introduce how their tool works and maybe some use cases from other CNCF projects. They mentioned that some CNCF graduated project like Falco and Dapper, they are using SCAF to track their open source project growth and release download assets. So I'm thinking that whether we can invite the team behind SCAF to our committee meeting next Monday. Any thoughts from our maintainers?
Yeah, I think Shui raised his hand.
Yes, thanks. I have a concern. Actually, it's a security concern. So, you have mentioned that so we are using Scarf as a proxy to download the binaries. Is that right?
Yeah, they need to use SCAF as a gateway proxy for downloading the notation CLI binary.
Then there's a problem is that many people or many companies trust the GitHub as the domain name for downloading the binaries. If we change the URL to Scarf, will they still trust the download URL? Because once the scarf is compromised, and then okay, they are downloading a corrupted notation binary, unless we provide some signatures.
That's a valid ask. I also had this concern when I first talked with this team. I think, as they mentioned, that there are some CNCF related project, especially security project like Falco. They also enabled SCAF. So I also would like to know how can we enable this tool to get the metrics with the best security posture.
So are those binaries assigned? I mean,
you mean the Falco release access, or
yes, that's right. Falco release assets are signed or not?
I don't have certain answer yet. I think we will need to figure out how Falco works with SCAF.
Yeah.
That is also one of the reasons we need.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So if the binaries of Falco are not signed, that means they have the same problem. If the SCAF is compromised, then their binary will be compromised. So it's a security concern.
Yeah. How about we add this question to next meeting? Maybe we can invite them to our meeting to briefly walk through how this works, and we can tell our concerns to their team and see whether there are any solutions for this security concern.
Yeah, sounds good. And if we have the blob signing feature, then we can sign ourselves, right?
Yes, I think anyway, maybe Feynman, you can help reach out to the SCAF team to see whether they are available for the next Monday committee meeting. They can give us a brief introduction and maybe some demos and also Q&A. That okay?
Yeah. What's your opinion, Pritesh?
Yeah, Pritesh just yeah.
I was just curious, don't GitHub provide some basic steps around download?
I think so. GitHub provides how many downloaders downloaded the notation CLI from GitHub. Very basic metrics that we can get from GitHub. Sorry.
I have a follow-up question here. How we are planning to use this enhanced data? Let's say I'm trying to understand what is the purpose of this. Let's say we know that by geographic location we have downloads from this continent or country. How we are planning to use all this data?
Pritesh, your voice sounds not quite clear. Would you mind rephrasing your question, Pritesh? How are we planning to use the enhanced data?
Sure, give me a minute. Yeah. How are we planning to use this data? Like, I do understand that GitHub provides some basic data around tracking how many downloads has been done in the last few months or since, or I'm not sure how much data it provides, but let's say if we have an enhanced data by geographic location or anything like that, how are we planning to use that data?
I can share 2 cents from my side. This data might be super helpful for us to understand what what the major persona of our users. For example, what are the industry of our users and where are they from? If the users are mainly from Europe, maybe in the future we may need to invest more and invest more in Europe region, right? I think it's just like a justification to help us understand the major persona of these users and how our releases are adopted by different personas and different users. It's just help us to understand how our products and releases get adopted by different users.
Makes sense. So it's just for it's
Currently, I
I'm trying
think
to solve
this is a
Please go ahead, sorry.
yeah. I mean, currently the metrics of open source release are just like a black box. We don't have any metrics for our open source project release unless a users reach out to us and told us that they are using notation. Then we can know. But without any metrics, it is hard to measure what the maturity stage of this product and what's going on in the future. It's like a North Star if we can get in-depth metrics for open source releases.
I think it makes sense, but I'm still trying to figure out how will we use this data. I mean, it's good to have this data to look at it, but I'm not sure how we will use it for development or any feature enhancement in the product. I do understand it's good to have it.
Maybe we
It's good to
can
understand who consumers are,
yeah.
but still struggling with how we are actually going to use it in our product or in notation actually. Like, will that influence
Maybe we can
the
also
feature? Please go ahead, sorry.
how about we add your question to the QA part of our next meeting if the SCARF team can join and briefly introduce how SCARF works with Notary project.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. I will stop sharing.
Yeah, Shui, you
If
still
no
have
more
your
concerns,
hands raised. Do you have more questions?
No, I will just lower down it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think it was to have a discussion with the SCARF team. Yeah, I just it seems yeah, Feynman, are you still there? Okay. Yeah, I think
yeah.
we can plan we can add a topic for next Monday meeting to have a further discussion with the SCARF team. Okay. Please yeah, please help to confirm the agenda if they are also available.
Okay. I will talk with SCARF team and see whether they will be able to join us next Monday.
Thank you. Anything else we want to discuss? I think one thing from my side, before we close today's meeting, I think as we are almost complete 1.3 RC.1 and currently we are progressing with the security audit and the audit team is also will prepare the report soon. I think we also need to find some time to align the scope for notation V2. So currently we have one issue in V2 for the OCI 1.1 and the default behavior, changing the default behavior for notation sign commands And I think we also need to include a blob sign for notation V2. There could be other major features. I think Pradesh, maybe you can firstly offline discuss with Vani from your side on the V2 feature scope, and we can find some time, maybe next committee meeting, we can align the scope for V2. Okay, I saw your thumbs up. Okay, if no other topics, maybe we can close today's meeting.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Have a nice day.
Thanks for
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.